Right, here we are. Beginning takeoff procedures. Should only last 4 minutes. Need to find the light switch in my room, but I can't find it. What? Wait. Okay, guys. So I know we're playing Microsoft Flight Sim, but I just got information that double pump is returning to Fortnite.
There's an old saying I like. A mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember. First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today. Second, before we enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear. Check to the right to see if a vehicle is on the runway. And to the left to make sure no other planes are approaching.
Right, we look that way. Check the left. I see no planes.
Runway numbers are not arbitrary. Each number matches the first 2 number of the runway's compass bearing, rounded to the nearest 10 degrees.
Okay.
For example, a runway orientated towards the north would be numbered 36, which is 360 degrees on a compass.
Yes.
Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21. Let's position the plane for takeoff.
Yeah, but if you weren't so heavy... I'm joking. It's an AI character. You gotta increase it a little bit more to be able to then fully actually be able to, you know, do it. I don't understand why this bloody thing keeps drifting like that. It's the most annoying thing ever. Here we go, guys.
Excellent.
It's about to happen. Look, I'm drifting down now.
Go full throttle. Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots. Good. Now, gently pull back on the yoke. And we're airborne.
Guys, I did it. I took off.
Line up the top of your instrument panel so it's a couple of inches above the horizon. That'll pitch us up and set a good climb altitude. Maintain 75 knots and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Maintain 75 knots and climb to 5,500 feet.
Coming almost there, almost there, almost there.
Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. That was a nice takeoff.
Baby, we're good. Obviously, we drifted quite a lot, you can tell there. But here we go, here we go. I think it's... Don't know what will be next thing. Hey, let's go. Takeoff was a bit new, but everything else was fine. Because I'm beautiful. Landing. Oh god, here we go. It's the landing procedure now. Okay, here we go.
For this landing exercise, I want you to focus on the yoke only.
Okay, yoke only.
We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does. We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line.
Did it.
Well done, but there's room for improvement.
Oh,
Keep in
dear.
mind.
Well, maybe if you didn't put me at like a really high spot. We got a B. That's okay. Throttle management. Maybe, you know, maybe if it wasn't like she didn't put me like 700,000 feet in the air. It would be so annoying. Again.
In the first part of this landing exercise, I want you to stay on the glide path by using the throttle. You can make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate. Now you can use the elevator to land.
Jesus.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
I hate the fact that it puts you that high up. Also, that was a stupid lesson by add.
That was excellent.
Yeah, somehow I mastered it, okay. Landing training. It's all about the landing.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece. Today, you're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And I've already set us up in landing configuration at 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Here we go, we're doing well, lads, we're doing well.
Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
I think that's pretty decent.
Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line.
Perfectly on the center line as
That
well.
was excellent.
Thank you. That was a bit better because you actually put me. Look at that! That was on the center line. Look how center that was. Oh. Downwind training. I just realised I'm staring off into space when it does that.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet.
Yep.
It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. We are passing the end of the runway, so go ahead and reduce RPM to 1700. It will help you to slow you down to 80 knots and begin your descent. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current speed. We will turn to the base leg when the end of the runway is at a 45-degree angle behind us. Turn left onto the base leg. try to keep our speed around 75 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn. Turn left onto final. Make your left turn onto final. Keep a stabilized approach with 65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
500.
Apply the brakes and stop the plane.
I think that's pretty good.
You followed the traffic pattern well. Good job.
First solo flight. Oh, this is the end here. Pretty soon. We are, it's the last 8 minutes. Go a little bit over 20, but that'd be fine. And then we'll have to end it there, I think. Because what will happen is... I need to do stuff in real life, so... Alright, it's my first solo flight. Okay.
It's time. Your first solo flight. I'll be watching from the ground, in radio contact if you need me, but something tells me you won't. Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember everything we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck. See you on the other side.
She's basically, right there, she's saying I'm gonna die. That's basically what she's saying, I'm gonna die. So we're doing that one in the bottom right. I'm gonna reach 55 and 75. 55 knots pull up slowly. Reach 5,300 feet, maintain 75 knots. No, a bit too high. I'll allow it to just... ease up. Come on, ease up, ease up, come on. almost there. Almost there. Come on. Get to 6,000. We can get to 6,000. Okay, I just realized I wasn't talking the entire time. You know, you are genuinely concentrating quite a lot with this.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea. You're on your way to becoming one hell of a pilot.
Basically, in other ways, I failed. What did I get? C, yeah. That is not good. Not good, not good. But we'll go back to the second. Right, we'll end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one where we should do our PPL.